We've personally built multiple 6- and 7-figure businesses. We went from owning over 100 houses to losing our personal home. We've lost over 100 pounds together. We have pretty much run the gambit. We've been up, we've been down, we've been in, we've been out. So it's going to be hard to have a relationship with your spouse, a good relationship, a godly relationship. Actually, it's going to be impossible without having that relationship with Jesus Christ. Welcome to Marriage with Jim and Teresa. I'm your host, Jim. With me is my co-host, my wife of the last 40 years, the mother of our 4 children, Teresa the therapist. Hey, Teresa.
Hi, Jim.
Hey, we didn't really talk about wardrobe, but I see you. Were you watching what I was putting on?
No, I think you were watching.
I wasn't watching what you were putting on. We didn't coordinate, but we ended up coordinating. So what we want to do today is we're back in this space after starting podcasting, YouTubing around 2014 or so. But many of you are going to be new to us, new to this show. And we want to kind of tell you a little bit about us, how we got in this space, how we started doing this, what we feel we have to offer. We feel like we were literally called by God for this very mission. Reminds me of a line from the Blues Brothers. We're on a mission from God, but that's a whole nother story.
Okay.
So Teresa, help me tell the story about why we are sitting here talking about marriage and family and relationships.
So Jim and I started off young and clueless, right? About this marriage thing. We didn't know exactly, what we were doing. However, after 40 years, here we are. And we want to kind of share that with you on this platform just a little bit and really speak to our younger selves.
So what we want to do is, if we'd had somebody, we started dating 44 years ago. We dated for 4 years, and then 4 years later we were married. We want to talk to us 44 years ago, sharing some things that we've learned that we wish we had known sooner. Is that fair to say?
That's fair to say.
We've been doing this, and by this I mean not just living marriage, but studying it, coaching it, counseling it, and helping others rebuild it for a long time.
Yes.
And the truth is, although we got off to a really rocky start, we're really, really good at this. So, but this show, it's not about us. Hey, it's about you. So here's the encouraging thing. You have a chance to be better than we are at this because we didn't have us to guide us when we started.
Absolutely.
Does that make sense, Teresa?
That makes a lot of sense.
So this show is not about us showing off. It's about you showing up. Showing up for your relationship, for your future, for your legacy. Because if you stick with us, we're going to help you be better.
Absolutely.
Better at dating.
Yes. Better at communication.
Better at conflict.
Or communicating. Yes. Conflict.
Better at your faith. Better at your finances. Better at being part of a family. And even fitness. That's a big part of our journey.
It has been.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So fitness is a big part. So now again, we didn't say we're going to help you be perfect, but better, stronger, wiser, more connected. So that's the goal, not just to talk about relationships, but to help you win at relationships. Does that make sense, Teresa?
It does.
Because this is going to be more than just about relationships. This is going to be really about your whole life.
Yeah. So if you're dating, engaged, newly married, and even wondering if lasting love is really a thing, you're not alone. You're right. You're right in the right place. You're right here with us.
So as we already mentioned, we've been married for 40 years. You're going to hear more about our stories individually, but collectively, let's just start with this.
Okay.
We've helped professional athletes.
Yes.
Political figures, entertainers. We've helped members of clergy, truck drivers, preachers, plumbers, social media influencers, and the list goes on and on and on. We are marriage intensive coaches. So what that means, help me explain what that means. As a marriage intensive coach,
we will meet with a couple on Friday evening, usually from 6 to 9, then all day Saturday and part of Sunday if needed. We are trying to really help this couple get past a very difficult place.
So the whole idea behind an intensive, typically therapy would have you come into a therapist once a week.
Right.
For usually at an appointed time, same time every week.
Usually about an hour. Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times couples will say, hey, we don't have time to fit that in our schedule, so how can we condense that into one 12, 14-hour marathon session over an intensive?
Over the weekend, yes.
Yeah. So we're marriage intensive coaches. We got that training through one of the first families of marriage and family, the Smalleys. Mm-hmm. When I think about the first families of marriage, I think about Dr. Dobson.
Yes.
I think about the Smalleys. I think about the Chapmans. I think about Dennis Rainey. Mm-hmm. Our first conference that we went to, Family Life Ministries. We're going to share a lot of these resources with you. Beyond being marriage intensive coaches, which we both are, I want to talk about Teresa, who I feel like is the star of this show, and a little bit about your story, Teresa. So you have a master's in marriage and family therapy from Reformed Theological Seminary.
Yes.
And this is a story I want you to tell, which is the blending, tell me how it goes, of psychology and faith. What is that story?
Yes, it's a blending of psychology and theology.
Okay. So What does that mean?
So that's just putting, I'm going to say this. I probably wouldn't do counseling if I didn't have the theology background, because that comes from something I know to be true. If you understand that, it comes from a basis that I know will work because of being just a human being and being designed by a creator. So
this is going to be faith-based counseling, rooted in not just what we think is a good idea, although we are going to share from personal experiences, but we're going to go back to the very creator of marriage, Almighty God himself, and we're going to outline as best we can his plan for some of the things we mentioned. How do you build a strong marriage? How do you handle conflict? How do you communicate? So everything that you do, especially in your practice, is rooted in basically the Word of God. Is that fair to say?
I can say yes, absolutely. And even if I don't even have to use the Word of God per se. I use you've heard people say, I forgot the name of that.
You can be the Bible. You can be the gospel and not. What is that? What you're trying to say?
Well, it's something similar to that. Anyway, I can be more. I can just tell you a something about it, or there is a word I'm looking for. I can't find it. Okay. But anyway, the main thing is that I can share without being, I guess, giving you some words maybe you don't even understand.
Even for people that aren't believers,
right?
Even for people who aren't Christ followers, we believe these tried and tested methods still work. So you may not be quoting Ephesians,
exactly,
or you may not be quoting Matthew,
right?
But you're telling and sharing
a principle. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, that's the word.
That's right. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm going to share a principle that is truth related, Bible related, and I don't necessarily have to use the Word of God.
So would it be fair to say that what we're going to attempt to do is to not so much offer our opinion, but biblical facts about how to do relationships?
Right.
But I am kind of opinionated, though.
Well, that's okay. You can be opinionated. We all have an opinion.
So are you going to separate, because sometimes in my head, I get God's word, and I do a little ventriloquist act, and I put my words in God's mouth, and I say I said it. But are you going to help me with that?
I'm going to definitely help you with that.
Okay. So I don't do that on purpose, but oftentimes I'm like, I know what we should be doing, but this is what I would,
Yeah. You've done that before, yes.
Yeah. So again, want to be really clear. Hey, Teresa's the trained one. She's the one with the master's in marriage and family therapy.
But just because I'm the therapist doesn't mean that you shouldn't be learning on your own and have grown.
Let's don't make this personal. Just don't make it about me. So have I not grown? Am I not learning?
You have.
Okay.
You have
Okay.
A lot. That's what I'm saying. But I was saying that for somebody else that's listening.
Okay, I see what you're
saying. You don't just because one person knows something, it doesn't mean that you don't learn as well. As a couple, you should be growing and learning.
All right, so a little bit more about your story, Teresa, and I think this is important for our listeners to understand. So, master's degree in marriage and family therapy. Mm-hmm. Now, after you finished that, in order to practice, you're not done. So you also are an LPC. Explain that story and how you get to that.
Right. It's just a licensure that we aspire to in order to practice counseling in a particular state. To be an LPC, or a licensed professional counselor, you have to acquire 3,500 hours. And
do you have to have the master's degree first?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
that's
wow.
what I'm saying.
So I can just get the LPC thing.
No, you have to do the master's degree, and that's usually 60 or 66 hours.
Like class credits.
Class credit, and then you've also done a practicum with your professors or whatever with your school. But then on the outside, you are doing 3,500 hours. Those are adding up. Usually it takes a few years to get that done. It took
you like 3 years, if I remember correctly, before you could sit for the exam.
Yeah, it took
so
me a
you went
while.
to school, got your master's. Mm-hmm. Then you did the 3,500 hours, like I'm going to say, like in medical terms, like a residency.
Yeah.
So you're actually counseling people, but people are watching you, so you don't say something crazy.
Well, yeah. In some cases, they are.
Okay. Yeah. Or you would say they're watching you to coach you and train you.
That was during the master's degree.
Yeah.
During the practical.
Okay.
And they were, they were assessing me to help me better relate to my client.
Okay. So you sit for the exam, you pass the exam, and then you are a licensed professional counselor. You hang your shingle up. And of course at that point we got the office. I remember our first office.
We sure did.
Okay. So in addition to that, let's talk about some other a little bit more about some of your experiences. You've spent time as a mental health specialist counselor. What was it called?
Mental health counselor. Yeah.
Okay. So how's it?
It was just more. It was the job that I was on, and it's more focused in on just the mental health. Dealing with people, children, adults with the mental health issues.
Okay.
Specifically.
Okay. Then you've spent time also as an adoption specialist. And this is as an adopted child myself. I was adopted when I was 2 weeks old. I don't know my biological parents. My adoptive parents are not living, but that's something near and dear to my heart. So as an adoption specialist, the part I know about your job, and you can explain more, is that if a couple want to adopt a child, you would go to their home and basically do a home study visit. Tell that story.
I would do several visits to their home. Then also they would come into my office, and then they would go through training before they could be, I guess, eligible for a child.
Hey, we do a whole show about that, because that's a lot of steps. So we got children that need to be adopted. We got people wanting to adopt children. Why is the process so hard?
Well, you don't want to just throw a child into a home that's maybe already chaotic, or maybe is having financial problems that's going to cause just more stress on the family. So we want to kind of check that out before we want to be in good faith putting this child in a good home to the best of our ability.
Okay, so Teresa is well suited from a clinical perspective. Mm-hmm. She is in private practice. I want to tell this story because I love telling the story, because I like to say that you have counseled all over the world. So of the 7 continents, well, actually you haven't counseled all over the world, because of the 7 continents, she's only counseled on 6 of them. She's missing Antarctica.
Absolutely.
So
I haven't talked to anybody in Antarctica.
Yeah. So, but I do think that's important to share, because we're not. Well, I'll say you're not just somebody sitting up here talking about here's some good ideas.
Right.
You are clinically trained. You're licensed, and you do this every day.
Right, and really through the pandemic, the platform that I was working with. We needed to do whatever we needed to do to take care of people. So we did go outside of our zone to be able to do those things. So
what you're saying is, in the pandemic, whereas everything prior to that was in office, you went more virtual, which allowed you to expand.
Right, and we were to try to help everybody that was going through a very difficult time.
Okay.
All right, Jim. So now tell us a little bit about you. You've talked about me. You've had some great experiences. Let me hear.
Yeah. So, somehow when I hear your story, my story seems less worth telling.
I
know it's not a contest.
No, it's not a contest.
Comparison is the thief of joy.
Exactly.
So that's not what it's about. So, but hey, here's my little story.
Your story is not little, by the way.
So I already mentioned the part about me being adopted. I grew up on a farm. We're both from Mississippi. I guess we should mention that, although we don't live in Mississippi now. I played sports all through college, played college football. In the coaching space, I primarily come alongside entrepreneurs. Most of them, actually all of them, are 6 or 7 figure earners who are growing their businesses. So I help with everything from recruiting to motivating team to managing team, strategy. So it's a coaching space in addition to this relationship coaching space. But that's another part of what I do is coaching entrepreneurs. A little bit about my history. So I spent 7 years on church staff. As my full-time job was youth director and director of marriage and family ministries. So in that space, I've had a front row seat to kind of see the struggles of couples before they say I do. By the way, I guess I should mention, we forgot to mention this thing. I'll talk about this later because when I think about before I say I do, think about the book that we wrote. Yeah. I'll bring that up in a second. We've personally built multiple 6 and 7 figure businesses. So that's part of our story. We've lost over 100 pounds together.
You say that. You mean you lost most of that?
Well, it's not a contest. It's not a contest.
Okay.
Right. We've done that together. And we've lost multiple businesses. We've literally gone from a real estate business where we were real estate millionaires. We've bought and sold hundreds of houses. Our first purchase, we bought 70 houses at one time. I'm all about personal records, Teresa.
I know.
So now we had a chance to beat that record in a Memphis deal with 115 houses, but we couldn't pull it off. So our record stands at a measly 70 houses. But here's the other part of that story. When the real estate market crashed, we lost everything.
Yeah, that was tough.
Was it?
Yeah.
It was tough. So we went from, I don't like to say, but I say, we went from owning over 100 houses to losing our personal home.
Yeah.
We've been bankrupt. I've been not sure where we were going to live. I've actually pawned my wedding ring a couple of times to buy groceries. So I'm telling you all this. We have pretty much run the gambit. We've been up, we've been down, we've been in, we've been out. I could almost do something.
Yeah, I would say during that time we were functioning, depressed people, surviving. But the main thing that we didn't do is turn away from each other. We turned toward each other, and that was a good thing.
Well, I would say the main thing we did is we doubled down on our faith and dependence in Almighty God.
Okay. In order to be able to do that,
we had to do that. I can't count on you to get me through this.
Exactly.
I mean, hey, you do a lot of stuff, but so I would say that's the main thing we did is our faith. And that experience, there were tough times. I remember, and I guess this is going to seem the opposite of some of the things we teach on communication. I remember when we were about to lose our home, and of course, I'm telling you all the time what's going on. You know, hey, this is what's happening. I don't see a way this is going to change. This is going to be where we're going to end up weeks, months in advance. But I remember one time you came to me when it was inevitable and we were about to lose our home, and you said to me, what are we going to do?
I did.
And I didn't say a word because the answer was, I don't know what we're going to do. But I didn't think you could handle that news, Teresa. And I know we talk about sharing and being open, but I made a decision.
Well, you kind of told me you didn't have a clue or did something, you were still pondering on it.
I just didn't think that would be helpful for me to say to you, I know we're about to lose our home and I'm not sure where we're going to live. I didn't think it would be helpful for me to say, so I didn't say anything, by the way, some of the stuff we're going to share on here is descriptive, stuff that you should do. Some of the stuff we're going to share is prescriptive, stuff we actually did. We're not saying you should do it.
Right.
Anyway, that's a little bit about our show, a little bit about us and why we're doing the show. We've raised 4 children to adulthood.
Yes, we have.
That's hard.
It's amazing.
That's hard.
It's very hard.
So we're going to talk about parenting on this show. We were one of the first. Actually, I tried to research this to see if we were the first, but the best I could come up with is we were one of the first, perhaps the first couple of color to launch a podcast talking about marriage and family back in 2014. Mm-hmm. I mentioned earlier we've written a best-selling book, which we'll link to in the show notes, Marriage, What to Do Before and After You Say I Do. Mm-hmm. And that's an interesting story, how that came about. We used to lead a premarital course at our church. So before you could get married, which this is just it's not common sense, but it's just great advice. Before you get married, go get training.
Absolutely.
So at the church where we attended, where we actually launched the Marriage and Family Ministry, we ended up the pastor implemented a program where before I'm going to marry you, I want you to do this training.
And I thought that was fantastic.
It was amazing. Mm-hmm. Everybody should do that.
Yes.
So we're doing this training. We have a really, I feel like, decent resource, maybe great resource. But there were some things, see if this is going to make sense to you guys out there, there were some things that just weren't culturally relevant. Does that make sense? So there's some things in the book that didn't speak to the unique things that maybe couples of color go through. So as we're going through the book, we would amend and revise on the fly a lot.
Right.
And we just started thinking, hey, we ought to write our own book. But that's a huge endeavor. So over the next 5 years,
yes,
we started writing a book.
Absolutely, and it was trial and error.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Things that I would come back and say, we didn't do this. We might need to add this to it because I think this is relevant. So we went back and forth for 5 years doing that, and eventually you said we got to just cut it off.
But here's the great thing about that experience: the book was birthed in the actual fires of real life issues.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you would come home from counseling with a couple and you would say, hey, I've seen this like all week, couple in, couple out, couple in, couple out. And we haven't addressed that in the book. And so that might become an entire chapter based on that. Or you might come in and say, hey, I just dealt with this and I saw a new way of approaching this with a couple that was really effective. And we'd add that to the book. So the book is not just our 40 years of experience, mm-hmm. but it's, hundreds of other couples' experiences and learnings, I guess more importantly, things that we've learned.
Right, absolutely. Being in the counseling center and also going to different conferences, talking to other therapists, watching other different studies that were coming out. So all of that. So
in your space, that's kind of a big deal because it's like you've got your undergrad, you've got your master's, you've got the licensing, but you're still constantly training and learning.
Right. There's always, every 2 years there's 24 hours of continuing education.
We
have to do. Okay. And you always are learning because you're watching society change. And so you have to be ready.
Okay, because you want to make sure you're staying relevant. Because
yes.
What was an issue
years ago.
What is an issue now may not have been an issue years ago.
And yes,
okay.
It's totally different.
So Teresa, that brings an interesting point about how society is changing, how marriage is changing, or I should say the way people are doing marriage. I think the principles of marriage are timeless and foundational, and God is very timeless in terms of how he ordained this. Mm-hmm. But that also leads us to why we are back relaunching, rebranding, 11 years after we started. We have a unique and different perspective. Obviously, everybody has their own perspective, but our perspective is just so different. We're 22 years old. We're married. 4 months later, we got twins. Mm-hmm. So we're married with children. Like right off the bat, we're in our little one-bedroom apartment in Memphis. We didn't have a bed when we got started. We didn't have a wedding, by the way. We got married just to the piece. It's just a long, hard story. But again, we're speaking in terms of this content to our younger self because we just learned at those early stages that here's the key thing that saved our life. Is that an overstatement? Saved our marriage. Is that an overstatement?
Oh, okay. I'm going to see what you're saying.
Okay. We understood we had no idea what we were doing.
Exactly.
So, and we weren't content to just sit there. Hey, we need to go get some help.
Yeah, we did.
So that's what started us on this journey. We didn't start out to help anybody's marriage but our own. That's fair to say, right?
That's exactly how it started.
We didn't plan to be sitting here talking to anybody else. But here's the thing. We start sharing with friends.
Right.
Everything from things like the differences in men and women, how women look at things versus how men look at things. And we realized that we weren't the only people who didn't know what we were doing.
Absolutely. It's like everybody was kind of thinking, how does this thing go? But not really researching it to figure it out or to really tell us about it.
Yeah. So we one of the first things we did after we saw the impact that we were having is we started we got with some other couples at our local church, and we started a marriage and family ministry to help couples. Mm-hmm. Okay, then from there, since we were doing that ministry, we're like, hey, we need to go to grad school. That led to us both going to grad school. Of course, I didn't finish grad school, but you did. Mm-hmm. That puts you on this whole path, and we're back here today because it boils down to, we feel, well, I'll speak for me. We've talked about it though.
Okay.
I feel like Almighty God has called me to this marriage mission field for such a time as this. See what I did there? Esther and Mordecai.
I did.
So do you feel the same way?
I do. I felt when you left grad school and then when
Because it was hard.
Okay, when you left grad school.
But I'm not against hard.
Okay.
Okay.
Because hard is good, I guess, sometimes. Anyway, when you left grad school, I felt the Lord told me to be still.
Okay.
And I did. And it's almost like he tricked me into this. But it has become definitely my calling to help others do better in this particular area of marriage.
So, again, what started as our own personal mission now is turned into, and we talked about this the other day. Remember, I asked you, I said, hey, what do you want to do in this space? Mm-hmm. Remember what you said? I remember.
Okay, what did I say?
You said, I want to get our message out because I believe we have a message to share.
I agree. That's what I said. Mm-hmm.
And then I said...
Which scared me. Go ahead and say it.
Well,
you scared me.
What I said scared you?
Uh-huh. But go ahead. I've already prayed about it now. But go ahead.
Okay, so here's what I said. I want to change the marriage world. I want Almighty God to use me to change the way marriage is done. And here's what I tell you. Just like how it's acceptable now for women to get mammograms and men to get prostate exams, mm-hmm. I want it to be common practice 100 years from now. Nobody gets married without doing premarital.
Absolutely.
Nobody is married and doesn't go see a therapist. Nobody's married and doesn't do relationship counseling. I literally I feel like I'm on a mission, a God-called mission, mm-hmm. that I want to change the marriage world and how it's done.
Right.
Now,
and I said that scared me because I thought, and then I thought, well, maybe I am being a little controlling here. Lord, you can do anything you want, now, go for it.
I'm sharing what I want to do. Now, obviously, what God wants to do, I'd like to think I'm in line with what I believe God has called me to do. So I don't think this is
we're in line because God has said for us to serve his people. And that's what we're doing in this particular area.
Exactly. So that's kind of why we are back relaunching, rebranding. Hopefully you'll find what we do to be informative and entertaining. I don't want to do this if it's not fun. I know it's not always fun. Marriage is hard work.
Marriage is definitely hard work.
And we're going to talk about a lot of things.
But it's so rewarding.
It's worth it. Mm-hmm. It's worth it.
It is.
So back to the rest of our story. We've written the book. We've written a parenting ebook. Mm-hmm. I'm working on a men's book right now. Well, I've been working on the men's book for the last 5 years, but I'm still working on a men's book. You're working on a children's book.
Well, no, I'm working on a communication book, caring enough to communicate.
I thought you were going to do a children's book.
I did say that at one point, but right now I think the communication part is more important. But
okay.
So I'm working on a couple of things.
All right, so
and a devotional.
Are you working in secret? I mean, no, you're working on a devotional? Wait a minute. Shouldn't this be a couple's devotional that we're working on together?
It's coming. I'm just getting some things together. But go ahead.
Oh, okay. I guess I need to come to the show to learn what's going on with you. So anyway, if you stick with us, you're going to learn, you're going to discover the secrets that we've learned from 44 years of marriage and 44 years of being in a relationship.
Well, you said 44 years of marriage. We've been married 40 years.
40 years, but you know what? That's a excellent distinction. And it is a distinction. However, from the day I met you, because I've been praying since I was probably 15, Lord, send me a wife.
That's so good. That's so sweet.
And so I
because I wasn't thinking like that, but go ahead.
So it's not a contest. So when I first met you, I felt like, I felt like the Spirit of the Lord spoke to me and said, this is who you're going to marry.
Wow.
Now, I didn't run out and get married, because sometimes y'all be mishearing God's voice and you be doing that ventriloquist thing where you throw your voice over here. I think the Lord said, so I wanted to make sure I didn't do that. So I was on a really 4-year investigative mission to just confirm and reaffirm what I thought I heard.
Okay. I was just enjoying the journey and
plan, no goal.
I had just a few. I had just a few things in mind that I wanted of a man, and you had those qualities.
What were some of those qualities?
You need to be working, or have the ability to work.
Wait a minute, I was in college. What are you talking about?
Well, you were headed there.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah, you were getting an education was one of the things we had to do.
You don't have to go to college to get an education.
No, you don't.
Okay, keep going.
But for me, it needed to go that way. But anyway, I was thinking about that. It looks like he's going to be something. He's going to.
So you saw opportunity to hit your wagon.
Yeah, buddy. And he was tall, dark, and handsome.
Those are superficial surface things, Teresa. Look deeper. Don't misinform the audience.
I'm just telling you how I was thinking.
Okay. All right, so what can you expect here? You can expect Wednesday weekly episodes.
Okay.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. Mm-hmm.
Insightful conversation rooted in 40 years of marriage.
Yes.
So what are some of the topics we're going to cover?
We're going to cover from dating to conflict, finances, intimacy, parenting, and a lot more.
And we're going to share, you have said in the past that I'm overly transparent. Is that fair to say?
Yes, you can go a little bit too far with your...
I don't think there's any such thing as being overly transparent. So we're going to share candid, powerful stories where I'm going to take you behind the scenes, except some stuff I don't want to tell you because it's embarrassing to me. But for the most part, I'm going to take you deep behind the scenes so you can see where we went wrong, where we went left, but you can go right.
And we'll have an occasional guest, maybe experts come on, some live coaching, and we can do some question and answers.
Let's just walk through some of those things. You're going to learn how to date, why date, what should dating look like.
Yeah.
What else?
Looking at what are some red flags in dating?
So when you mention dating and don't ignore red flags, that's one of my pet peeve issues, because I see so often obvious signs before people get married, and they decide to ignore those signs and get married anyway. And while I believe, well, that's a whole debatable issue, people can change. That's a fact. But do people change? And I believe, who said this? Maya Angelou, when people show you who they are, believe them?
I think that is Maya.
So, hey, hope is not a strategy. Hey, Sally, I see some things here with Joe. Oh, but once we get married, no, it's not going to happen. So that's one of my pet peeves is that, Jesus, no, okay, I don't want to get off on a tangent here, but that I can't we've had couples go through premarital. You remember this? One couple in particular, and go like, we don't think we should get married. We now understand that we shouldn't get married, but we've already sent out the invitations.
Yeah, I've had several of those.
So. Oh, okay. I was maybe in one of those.
Right. Yeah. But yes. And then now they're thinking it's too late. And it's never too late. And until you've said I do, it's never too late. You can pull back.
For a person going down the wrong road, it's never too late to turn around.
Exactly. You want to definitely do that.
We're going to talk about embracing conflict. We're going to talk about how to navigate your way around money.
How to handle great loss.
how to handle great loss, how to decide who to marry, how to decide if you should get married.
Right.
Why do you want to get married?
How to be prepared parents.
Should you even be a parent? All y'all don't need to have kids. So should you even be a parent? What does it look like to be a godly husband and a godly wife?
Yeah.
So how do you really make this work? We already talked about blended families. Oh, here's one. How do you handle expectations? We're going to talk about that.
Right.
What else?
Also, how to make decisions together as a couple.
Okay, that's a good one. How to hey, here's something we've done a lot recently because we've moved a lot. How to choose a church for your family. You know what's important, and much more. And you, our listening family, will help actually determine our topic. So, because we know what we think, what Teresa sees from now thousands of couples in terms of top of mind issues to talk about. But if there's something that's on your mind, we want to hear from you. Hey, Jim, why don't y'all do a show on this? Hey, Teresa, why don't you talk about this? So we want this to be an interactive community where we are learning and growing together. The thing I do say about doing conferences and doing sessions with couples, I feel like we just did that parenting seminar. I feel like I grew more than the people there.
Oh, absolutely. It's always that way.
Yeah. So this is very much a learning experience for us. Now, a disclaimer.
Absolutely. Yes.
Teresa's a professional therapist. This ain't therapy. While this show can be therapeutic, it's not meant to replace your need to go consult with a local professional therapist. And let me be more specific. A trained Christian, faith-based, Bible-believing therapist.
Yes. This is not meant to replace true therapy. This is information that we're gathering from, getting things from our experiences, but it's not to replace true therapy.
So we've talked a lot about the end of our story. We're picking up here 44 years later, but throughout our episodes, we're going to go back and share our origin story. How did this young couple living on separately, we both grew up on farms in Mississippi, meet, date, walk through this whole relationship thing, have children. So we'll share more of that story, which I think is a pretty fascinating story. So in summary, here's what we'd say. You want to be very intentional about this. But you know what I want to talk about now, Teresa?
What?
The most important part of this whole marriage thing or relationship thing is you need to have a relationship with Christ. That's what makes this workable, doable, possible. It's not how much Teresa knows, how much I know. It's not how hard we work. It's not just that. It's having a personal relationship with Jesus. And if you haven't done that, we're going to put in the show notes a very well laid out plan of how you could come to have a personal relationship with Christ. Now, I know what you're saying. Jim, I'm not into that religion stuff. Hey, that's going to work out perfectly because we're not either. We're into more of the relationship stuff.
Absolutely.
Because after all, Teresa, we're not doing a religion show. We're doing a relationship show.
That's right.
We're talking about our relationship. You know what? So, Jerome, I was doing something one day and Jerome said this, and I was talking about the horizontal relationship and the vertical relationship. And Jerome said to me, he said, Jim, so what you're saying is you can't get this right until you get this right.
That's what he said. I remember
And I was like, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah.
So it's going to be hard to have a relationship with your spouse, a good relationship, a godly relationship, actually it's going to be impossible without having that relationship with Jesus Christ.
Absolutely.
And that's what if you don't get anything else, hopefully you're going to get a lot, but if you don't get anything else, we want you to get that. Please do get that. We're really excited for what's to come. I can't wait until we sit here again to talk. So stay tuned. We'll see you guys next week.